Blazing it will.
Very good. Little folks. It's a familiar hanger here, huh? All right. Okay, good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Governor. Yeah. We're fired up, ready to go here. Yeah. Okay.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. In April of this year, the city of Spring Valley was affected by record flooding of the Illinois River. While we were fortunate that no residential homes experienced the devastation as some of our neighboring communities such as Utica and Marseilles, our wastewater treatment plant was completely covered and prompted the city to investigate the potential for constructing a new facility. However, as months went by, it was evident that FEMA funding, insurance benefits, and city monies would not be adequate to cover the cost of construction. Today, though, I have the honor of introducing a saving angel. On behalf of the people of Spring Valley, I would like to thank Governor Pat Quinn, Representative Frank Montino, and Senator Sue Rezin for enabling our community to receive this grant. The result of their efforts will provide a new wastewater treatment plant that will be constructed to safeguard the facility against future flooding and will be designed to service our city for many years to come. This project joins several other investments that are being made to position Spring Valley for the future. The new Hall High School, the ongoing construction at the Spring Valley Elementary School, Abbey Fields Assisted Living Center at St. Bede's, the forthcoming Sullivan's Grocery Store complex, and the new Spring Valley Illinois River Bridge to begin in 2016 are all examples of what can happen when government and local officials, community leaders, business owners, and people can achieve when working together. The resulting construction will help the whole Illinois Valley area by bringing jobs to the region. Words alone cannot express our gratitude to this man for his efforts in achieving what he is going to announce today. It is indeed a great day for Spring Valley. Therefore, it is my pleasure to introduce Governor Pat Quinn.
Day for all of us. I want to thank my good friend Frank Montino and Senator Sue Rezin, as well as the mayor for the opportunity to come here today to announce this grant. It's $9.5 million. It's a very big grant, of course, but it's for a very big cause because we believe in clean water in our state, in every place in America, and on planet Earth. Water is precious, and we know what that water did last spring. We have to respect nature, respect water. The Illinois River is a very, very important river in our state. It connects the big Lake Michigan to the big river Mississippi, and it goes through one state, Illinois. And the Illinois River is a mighty river, and we have to respect that river because it is the source of many things, for navigation, for recreation, definitely for drinking water for many, many people in our state of Illinois. And when we have wastewater treatment, we've got to make sure we invest in that so that the water in the Illinois River and water everywhere is clean and pure. Clean water, that's something we all believe in, no matter what political party or whatever place you live. It's all about making sure we take good care of our water. And that's why wastewater treatment plants are so important in Illinois. And when we had the flood, it was a flood that was probably the most pervasive flood that Illinois has ever had since we began as a state in 1818. I was here in LaSalle County and nearby, not too far from Spring Valley, and the mayor came up and told me about what happened to the wastewater treatment plant. I spoke to Representative Montino and Senator Rezin about how important it is that we take care of this emergency, how important it is for public health, and how important it is also for jobs. You just heard the mayor announce some of the projects that we're working on. You cannot grow unless you build and you invest. We have to make sure that even in tough economic times, we keep on moving forward. And that's why we want to make this investment in a wastewater treatment plant that these men and women from organized labor are going to be building. And it's very important that we acknowledge their expertise, their skill, their ability to get a job done on time, on budget. And it's very, very important for people to have work in this area, because not only are the tradesmen and women working on the new wastewater treatment plant, they just finished the new building at Illinois Valley Community College. I unfortunately couldn't come for that grand opening, and I was very disappointed because I was here at the groundbreaking, but IVCC is such an important institution to everybody in this part of north central Illinois, and we want to make sure that we work with the community college, work with the wastewater treatment, and work with our roads and bridges, all the things that are important to daily life in Illinois. And it takes a lot of folks working together to make that happen. Ronald Reagan was born not too far from here in Tampico, Illinois. He grew up in Dixon, Illinois. And President Reagan, when he was president, said it's amazing what human beings can accomplish when no one worries about who gets the credit. And I happen to be a Democrat, he was a Republican, but I totally agree with him. I think that's what it's all about. We maybe need to tell our friends in Washington to start working together on things like building roads and taking care of wastewater treatment plants and making sure we have bridges that are safe and sound. And I really want to thank my good friend Frank Martino that I've known for a very long time. As you may know, Frank helped Noah build a boat a long time ago. So I want Frank to come forward and talk and say a few words, but he's a good friend of everybody in this part of our state, good friend of everybody. Take it from there, Frank. Okay, buddy?
You are too kind and too modest. I treasure your friendship, and that for all the people in the Illinois Valley. The governor, I guess it isn't this first flood that has come through. A few years back, we lost Central School in Ottawa. And at that point in time, the governor came in with extraordinary funding, more than what the other schools would normally receive because there was more need. From that point, he used the IL monies to demolish the Central School building after building the new Central School. And that paved the way for development in Ottawa. From that point, he worked with St. Elizabeth's Hospital to tear down the flats so that the hospital in Ottawa would not flood. Further, before this next flood, he assisted the city of LaSalle and the city of Ottawa in building seawalls around their vital infrastructure. And when the flood came, which did great damage to Marseilles, which did great damage to Utica, to the city of Spring Valley, and Depew, those seawalls held. And it saved tens of millions of dollars in loss, and I credit that to Governor Quinn and the foresight in using those precious dollars from the Ike funds to help protect downstream. Now, this project, the mayor, John Schultz, the folks from the city, Larry Good, have worked to try and, from a crisis situation, bring back and restore the city, the treatment system. About a week ago, we had problems with with FEMA and with our insurance company. Oddly enough, the insurance company didn't want to cover something. That is odd. We talked with the governor, and we had about a $3 or $4 million shortfall. And so when he called the other day and said, let me work with this, he came up and basically brought to the city of Spring Valley the money that was needed, not more, but exactly the money that was needed to do the job and to provide for a great facility and a brighter future for Spring Valley. And so for that, we all say, thank you, Governor Quinn. And the other item in Spring Valley, just a quick note, we have John F. Kennedy grade school. My son James, the one who actually tripped you accidentally the last time we were together, he will be the first class to graduate from the new JFK, the first class to enter the new Hall High School, and my son Peter will be one of the first students in the new Technical Center. And all those were possible for this area having a brighter future because you were here with these programs. And we say thanks.
All right, well said. Well, we're in this together. It is a team, and it is a good team. And I want to thank Senator Sue Rezin, for being here. She was with us, if you recall, back in the spring, right after April 20th. It was a tough time. I really thank Senator Rezin was right on the spot. We toured where the damage is. We saw firsthand what we needed to do. And we're working together to make sure we help people get back on their feet. So Senator Sue Rezin, come on forward and say a few words if you would, okay?
Welcome, Governor. It's been a couple weeks since you've been here, so we always appreciate when you stop by. Director Bonnet, from head of the Illinois EPA, who is just top-notch in Illinois, and always enjoy working with you. Mayor Marini, also Representative Montino, who I have a very good working relationship with, and all of the labor behind us. We welcome you, Governor, again here. As the Governor did say several months ago, when we had this catastrophic flood, we were actually in Springfield. And I started actually getting phone calls from the other side of my district, from the Morris area, telling me about their concerns. At the time, they thought the hospital was going to flood, which it did for the first time ever. We lost a huge viaduct over a dam in that area as well. But by the end of the day, or by the afternoon, we started getting phone calls from this side of the district with concerns regarding, obviously, the dam in Marseilles and the flooding of the school in Marseilles, and then also the flooding in Unica and the loss of the waste treatment plant in Spring Valley. It was an amazing day that we'll never forget, and I remember going over to Representative Montino's side in the House saying, we've got a problem back in district. So we were let out early. We came back to the district, and from there, there was a lot of work locally to help with the flooding and the cleanup. I can't say enough about the governor, who did come in right afterwards and spent almost, I would say, 4 or 5 hours in this district touring from starting in this side of the district, going all the way over to Morris, and looking at the damage that we are talking about, so he could see firsthand what really was going on. And I'm telling you, this flood was catastrophic for this area, the worst in the state. So we do thank him for taking the time to come out, look at it. And also, the last time the governor was here at the hangar, afterwards, Representative Montino and several of us briefly met with the governor. And Representative Montino expressed, concerns with the funding for the water treatment plant in Spring Valley. And the governor listened, and obviously today he is delivering, and we do appreciate it. We couldn't get this built without the help of the governor and also Director Bonnet, who's going to be, instrumental in the rebuilding of the treatment plant as well. So thank you for all of your hard work, and we appreciate it.
Word I want to thank Sue for her support. We want to keep on building in Illinois. We have roads to build and bridges to fix and water systems to repair. Really important that we keep these basic things that everybody needs. It's good for our economy. It's good for everybody. And it's, I think, very important that we bring forward someone who's going to make this happen, who is the head of our Environmental Protection Agency. She works very hard for clean water across our state of Illinois. I want her to talk a little bit about the project. Lisa Bonnet, come on forward and speak, please.
Governor Quinn has really been a lifelong champion of water quality and improving water quality in Illinois. he certainly understands the importance of the Illinois River and really Illinois' rivers and streams and lakes and what that means to the quality of our life, protection of our environment, the safety of our drinking water, as well as economic development. And really the Governor's Clean Water Initiative is really providing the finances to meet those objectives and to really provide for wastewater treatment plants that are aging and have sort of gone past their useful life, as well as to provide funding that is necessary when communities like Spring Valley experience flooding and sort of circumstances and challenges. They're outside of the norm and really what citizens are able to bear. So bringing the funding for this project is really a win-win for all of us. It's a win for the environment and our precious water resources and the importance of the Illinois River and protecting it. And it's a win for jobs. We're creating jobs. We've got the project that we're talking about today should create about 380 direct and indirect jobs for your community. So that's important. But most importantly, Governor Quinn is investing in our future. And really, this project today will provide for you for 20 plus years and really having an infrastructure that promotes economic development, health and safety for your residents, and really provides for the quality of life that Illinois communities deserve and want for our residents. I do also want to thank really Representative Martino and Senator Rezin for really their leadership and vision in bringing these projects forward and understanding the importance of funding these type of projects. And then again, really thank you to Governor Quinn because his work is really making significant improvements to the environment and to water quality in Illinois. So thank you, Governor.
Thank you very much. Very much. Lisa works very hard for a clean water initiative. We're all in this together, every part of the state. We've got to keep on understanding. We have lots and lots of water in Illinois. Some places, other states don't have water. We've got to take good care of the water we have, make it even better. And who's going to do that? It's the men and women who work in our trades. They're going to build this new wastewater treatment facility. I want Steve Conrad to come forward. He's president of the Illinois Valley Building Trades, located in Spring Valley. Come on forward.
Good afternoon. Governor, it seems that every time you've come here lately, you bring good news, and this time is no different. There are over 7,000 public bodies in the state of Illinois, all of them asking for a piece of the pie. Without representatives like Frank Martino and Sue Rezin bending the governor's ear a little bit, this might not have happened. I want to thank them for bringing an opportunity back to the Illinois Valley. All I hear from others whose ambition is to sit in the governor's chair someday is stop spending. This governor knows that if we want industry to locate their businesses in Illinois, what they really want is good roads, rail, and waterways to ship their product, a productive workforce that only a good education can provide, competitive prices for utilities that can only happen if we're willing to do what it takes. Governor Quinn has proved to us time and time again he's willing to invest in Illinois, and in particular the Illinois Valley. Thank you, Governor.
All right, thanks a lot. I want to thank all the building trades. Kevin Dale is here with us today, and Larry Lewis for the building trades. It's important to understand that it takes great skill to make these facilities become reality, not just dreams and visions, but real things happening. The IBW electricians, Local 176 is with us, and Joe Nagel from the Illinois Pipe Trades. Leo Johnson, who's with the Pipe Fitters Local 597, he's with us. Jim Lockhart, IBW Local 176. Dave Ugabright from the Carpenters Local 195, and also many of the other tradesmen and women who are with us. So I think it's very important we acknowledge their good work. I think it's also important to understand that we need engineers. I believe in STEM education. I'm going to Northern Illinois University after this because we got to beat Ball State tonight. Okay? I had the honor going down to the Orange Bowl. We didn't win that game, but we lost to Florida State. They're second in the country right now. And this year we want to go to the Fiesta Bowl. So we got to win every game left. And we have a good chance of going down there to Phoenix, Arizona in warm weather time, 1st of January. But we got to make sure things are taken care of tonight with the Huskies. So, but you know, when you talk about education, science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I think it's very important to hear from an engineer, because that's what this is all about. So Larry, come on forward. Larry Good, and we want to hear from you all about this great project.
Thank you, Governor. This certainly is a great day for the city of Spring Valley and the Illinois Valley. Just a little background. My experience here with the city of Spring Valley as city engineer covers the majority of the last 20 years. And in that time, I've helped with and participated with the city as they've struggled with trying to keep up with the infrastructure improvements necessary for infrastructure that has been around for quite a while. Even on top of that then, back in 2007, 2008, we had some real significant storms and flooding events that caused the city to take on some additional debt and do a combined sewer separation project to try to mitigate those concerns, which imposed additional financial strain on the city government as well as the sewer users of the community. Over the last 2 or 3 years, the city's continued to struggle with problems at the wastewater treatment plant. And in fact, now we have recently entered into a consent order through the Attorney General's office in order to require the city to come into compliance with their effluent limits. And we're well on the way to making plans to meet those requirements when on April the 20th, as the governor indicated, we had a flood, which has just added to the already existing problems and struggles the city has had to deal with at the treatment plant. So even before the ink was dry on the consent order, we had more things to be concerned about. What we were doing immediately after the flood was to try and determine what direction we should go. Do we take the insurance funds and the disaster assistance and patch up what we've got and try to keep this 50 to 60-year-old facility working for a while longer? Or can we manage to come up with enough additional financing to make it possible to build a new facility that would serve us well for the next 20 to 30 years, that would be more effective and efficient in operations, and would allow, at least at the wastewater treatment plant, the city to get ahead of the game for once and be able to redirect their resources in other areas. So thanks to the governor's very generous announcement today, we're going to be able to do that, to plan, design, and build an up-to-date wastewater treatment facility that will accomplish that. Excuse me. So on behalf of the city, as city engineer, I would just like to thank again the governor, to thank Representative Martino and Senator Rezin, IEPA Director Bonnet, and a lot of other people behind the scenes that have helped make this happen. It certainly is a great day, and we look forward to getting busy to make this generous offer turn into reality. Thank you.
All right, well said there. Thank you to Larry, and I also want to thank Alderman Dan McFadden is here, and Alderman Dave Pellegrini, Spring Valley City Clerk Rebecca Hans, thank you for coming, and also Jim Andrioni, City Attorney of Spring Valley, Jim Hermes, who's the Spring Valley Elementary School Superintendent, and then Kevin Sangston is with us, Spring Valley City Police Chief, and finally Mike Strunin, who's the Superintendent of HHS High School. The bottom line is we want to work together. That's what we have to do. Whatever, we live in LaSalle County, Brevard County, anywhere in north central Illinois, we've got to make sure that we make this a strong area for economic growth, for families, and investing in this project is just part of our mission. We have more to do, and we'll keep on doing it as long as we have Frank and Sue working hard for this region. We can't go wrong. Thank you very much.
Thank you.